Welcome everyone, this is a brand new playthrough with your boy Zero.
And I'm Nanners.
And we're starting a prodigious game called Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, Hacker's Memory.
That's right, we're starting a brand new playthrough. Last time Zero had picked Jack and Daxter, and we had finished that. Now that we're done with that, we're going to move on to his next game, which is Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Which is Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth, Hacker's Memory.
All right, so if this game sounds familiar to any Digimon fans or anybody who knows me, this is sort of like a halfway sequel to the first Digimon Cyber Sleuth game. It's an RPG a little bit similar to Pokemon, also similar to other monster RPGs and stuff like that. However, this has a sort of detective spin to it. So if anybody's a fan of like detective stories and stuff like that, maybe you'll enjoy this. The battle system is also very fun. There's a lot of animation. There's a lot of Japanese voice acting as well, so anybody here who enjoys that kind of stuff, again, this will be right up your alley.
Question.
Yes.
Is there dub?
There is no dub. There is sub, but no dub.
Okay. Well, at least we have subtitles so we can understand. I had to question it. I had to find out.
Anyway, enough talk. Let's start the game.
Heck yeah.
Yes, let's get those bonuses.
Is it something that you're gonna be like gaining from, you know, like your previous playthrough? Like it's gonna be bonuses in there?
I believe so. Okay, so here's my save data from the Digimon Cyber Sleuth 1. So 101 hours, 20 and 24 minutes, chapter 20. Those are my last 3 Digimon that I played with.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's a lot of hours. That's like Persona amount. That's a JRPG playtime.
Import complete. You will receive the following items as an import bonus. Tactician USB. Found Cyber Sleuth clear data. You will receive the following items. Cyber Sleuth goggles. Nice. And Yugo special program. I don't know what that is. Kyoko Coffee Rainbow. Oh, okay. I think that's an item. Nokia's Strange Candy. Arata's Prized Comic. Yuko's Grand Feast. Alright, let's keep everything. Battle scenes normal. Short. Let's keep them normal. Yes. Normal. And begin with these settings.
And question. So when did you finish? Like how recent was your playthrough of this?
Of the first Cyber Sleuth, because I have not touched Hacker's Memory. My brother got me this game in, I believe it was 2019. He got me it about a year after its release. He got it used. He was only able to get me the disc. I went back to the GameStop and they're like, hey, I was like, hey, you guys have the case for it? And they're like, yeah, just take it, whatever. So when it comes to like the Cyber Sleuth game, I think I beat that game in 2017, 2018. Okay. It was
not recent.
It's not recent, but I took quite a bit of time with the game. Like I know I gave that game a lot of time. Actually, if I'm being honest, I likely beat that game not in 2017. I likely beat it in 2018, 2019. Again, I was just taking my time with it. Because in order to get certain Digimon in this game, you have to face them in battles, scan their data, and get enough of their data to create them. And then it takes a lot more time to evolve them, fuse them. You can decompile them and get data that way. So it's a lot of RNG. It's a lot of time management as well, because you can also put your Digimon in farms and feed them and make them grow and get them stronger and shit. So it's a lot.
So this is like the GTA San Andreas of the Digimon series. Like there's a growth to it. There's stamina, you eat food, you work out, all that kind of stuff.
Sort of. I mean, there is some sort of working out thing as well, don't get me wrong. And you'll see exactly what I mean if what I think happened this game actually happens. Because we might actually start this game on sort of easy mode if they give me all my previous Digimon, which would be ridiculous.
So we kind of saw a bunch of like applications like on a phone, and then that all broke and we went into some kind of backdoor. Are we hacking right now?
We are not hacking. So think of this as cyberspace. What's happening right now is a bunch of people talking to each other on an app, and those are their avatars. You see, Butterfly has a butterfly avatar. Any hacker who can use a Digimon program could do it. Even noob like you. Zaxxon, a next generation. Oh wow, they're talking pretty fast.
That's a pretty elite butterfly.
It definitely is.
I like that though. It kind of reminds me of just like the anonymity of being online and stuff. Sometimes that bleeds over into media. Like if you've ever seen or heard of Durarara, that one also had like a really cool aspect like this to it. Like a lot of the time in the episode, it would cut to a bunch of these icons on like a chat, like a chat thread, talking to each other about stuff that happened, and somebody was reading it.
Yeah.
But it was kind of cool.
Yeah. So, I'm talking about freaking leet shit. I haven't seen leet speak in a while, and when I saw it here, I was just like, reminds me of high school. Also reminds me of this thing I saw on X-Play. Maybe not X-Play. I think it was Attack of the Show, like back in 2007 or 2008, where they made this fake PS3 commercial. They called it the PS3 Leet, and it was spelled with a 7, 3, 3, and a 1.
Nice.
And it was silver, and it was gonna have all these crazy stupid things, and it was illegal in like 10 states or whatever. It was really dumb.
And it had a banana boomerang controller.
Yo, you joke about that, but I actually want that fucking controller. Like, I'm dead serious. I wanna have that controller.
Pretty sure it has to exist somewhere.
So, for a little bit of context, Digimon are not necessarily widely known in this universe. In this universe, Digimon are thought of as like hacking programs or just things that exist on the net, and only hackers can get their hands on them. So for these people, it's just like, oh, I can deal with the Digimon. I'm a hacker, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. But they do end up.
Now we watch anime.
I'm not gonna lie, I do like these graphics. I actually wish more anime would use this instead of the constant, you know, just 2D drawing shit, because it would actually lift a lot of weight off of the shoulders of animators in Japan. You make the model once and you just keep reanimating that instead of drawing every single frame 25 times per minute. No, per second, not per minute.
Is this guy in an internet cafe?
Yes. However, this is in the future, not present day. And by the way, this guy is not the main character from the previous game. In the previous game, you could choose to be a boy or a girl. In this game, you're just this guy. And like I said,
I'm in.
Yeah. So if anybody has ever watched .hack, anybody who's a fan of fucking Mega Man Battle Network, that's another one.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of this whole time, actually.
The hero? Which is us. All right, let's enter a name. So his default name is Kisuke. Should we keep that? Keisuke. Yeah, you're right. Keisuke. Should we keep that name or should we call him something else?
I'm fine with it. And the only reason I know is because of initial D, but I mean, we could change it or we could keep it.
I mean, we could keep it. I mean,
it's your playthrough. Do whatever you want.
I usually name the main character, especially if, like, you know, it's a character you're creating, like in the previous game. But I think Keisuke is not a bad name, so we'll just keep it.
Really? Yeah. I was gonna say, usually when I get to this point in a JRPG, and it's like, it's not a character that I created, it's just the character, and you have a choice to name him. I usually go with the name, but I like Keisuke on this guy, so
Yeah, Keisuke's fine.
yeah, it fits. It's fitting.
Usually, if I'm given a choice to name a character, I would use my real life name and just use what my family usually calls me because of their Hispanic accent. They leave the S out of the end of a lot of words and names. So I would just use that name.
I see.
Which would also work in a lot of Asian titles because of how it sounds. Alright, so we have a lot of dialogue here, so let's see. We got Keisuke. Welcome to Kowloon. By the way, that's a reference to an infamous building / city in China, I believe. An abandoned part of Eden. A virtual world, basically. And the stomping ground of hackers. My Digivice talk function is getting a call. It's gotta be... Trustworthy voice. Looks like you made it. Can you hear me? What should we do? Come on, Anders, help me choose here.
Testing the
There
mic.
we go, yeah. Alright, let's see how far you get being a wise... Alright, I'm liking this already. This is good. Chitose. How's it going on your end? Huh? The graphic files are a bit scrambled. Yo, Ryuji. Can you see my face? Everything's looking good for me. What about you, Erica? I can see you, brother. It seems the only noise is on the internet transmission line with Keisuke.
I thought you said you hated that, huh?
I do.
Huh?
I really do. Must be a problem with the digital wave. The sound's coming through just fine. Won't get in the way of the work then. Alright, so this is already starting out way different than the previous game. Like I said, this is sort of like a half-step sequel to the previous game. A lot of people describe this as more of a... basically the same game, but with a different perspective. Which I didn't get at the time, but I guess we'll see.
I got you.
You better be prepared for the risks, I'm sure I've said as much. Anyway, time to get to work. I take it you all know the target? Sure, like the back of my hand. The target is Yoji Shiga, a lone wolf hacker who's been making a killing on account raids that last couple of months? What the fuck? So imagine someone hacking someone else's account and just getting money out of it. The clients won't permit hackers who cause trouble for Eden. They want us to sanction Shiga. In other words, find him, beat him to a pulp, and wreck his account. We gotta make sure he can't log into Eden ever again with that account. Talk about being expelled from paradise. Time to bring the hammer of justice down on nasty hackers. Hoodie style. Yeah, that's right, hoodie style. Right, Nanners? Like our days back in Cincinnati?
Yeah, I remember the hoodie style.
Yeah. Because I don't. First things first, let's gather information on Shiga from the hackers in Kowloon. Alright, finally, enough dialogue. Hummingbird downloaded. Oh, did you hear that? Cha-cha-cha-cha. That's how they say ta-da and like...
Yeah, I guess it's different for over there. That's interesting.
Say hello to my little friend, the custom malware Hummingbird. Malware? Check it, this malware can temporarily hack the target Digivice just by getting close to it. If you happen across anyone shady while scrounging up dirt, give it a shot.
Just blast them with some malware. Nice.
Jesus Christ, I hate malware so much. There was one time when I was in early college, I was on my stepdad's PC and out of nowhere a window popped up saying, "Oh, we stopped the virus from infecting your computer. You should buy the full version of the program so that we can get rid of it." And I like fully bought it, but we didn't actually pay money. I figured out it was an actual virus.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think everybody's fallen for something like that at least one time. That's why they're so pesky. They're so good. They always get you at least once. This playthrough is gonna be cathartic for Zero over here because he's gonna actually get to get to live out the fantasy of getting revenge for that one malware moment in his life, beating up a bunch of bad guys.
Nah, I mean, it hasn't been that bad.
Come on, be honest. Be honest.
I really fucking hated it.
So show your rage. Show us your rage.
Oh, you'll see my rage in battle.
I'm assuming we're going to be getting to combat now as we're seeing a little bit of the gameplay. Definitely looks a lot like a JRPG. It's definitely giving me some vibes of Persona too, which I like.
All right, so here's the main menu. I don't have a team.
Nice animation, by the way.
Oh, I love it. Let me go ahead and make sure I save. There we go. Ooh, it keeps the playtime. We're about to add another 100 hours to this fucking game.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. We're gonna skip a lot of the, of course, side quests and shit, unless it's super important. This thing
You're gonna be so pissed if accidentally you save over that file in one of these episodes.
What do you mean? Alright, so I don't have any keywords, players, items. There we go. Coffee Rainbow raises one ally's base stats by 30%. Cool. Increased cam is important. I forgot what cam stands for, but it's very useful for digivolving, and I'm gonna need that. Rare comic with chosen care, rare gem, money item. Hugo's Grand Feast. All right, cool. Okay. Cyber Sleuth goggles. Latest goggle worn by certain Cyber Sleuth accessory. Okay. Hoodie coat. Cool. All right. So enough of that. So here's one thing that I do like. Instead of having you go to random people and talk to them, they let you know which ones you should talk to by giving you these little bubbles over their head.
Right. So it saves you some time.
Mm-hmm. So we're looking for a guy named Shiga. So we're going to talk to these people and hopefully figure out where this person is.
Hindley Zaxxon Hacker.
Yes.
Hager from Final Fight.
Alright, team wear masks. Could it be a new team? I've asked all the hackers around here, but haven't learned anything. Maybe I should go farther in? Oh, that's what we're gonna do. Alright. Also, one thing that I do like, they made cyberspace extremely blue, and it's one of the colors I really like.
It's also not very bright, which I like about that, because I would expect for something like this, they would overdo it on like bright neon. That would just be kind of hard to look at. It's actually very pleasant. You know, it's not like the most oversaturated blue, and it's also not the brightest blues either.
I completely agree. And again, it's not only static, because you see all the freaking moving graphics on the floor and shit like that. Yeah. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it is. Also, I guess I'm glad they didn't go with green, because I feel like that's kind of cliche because of the Matrix.
Definitely. I mean, we actually saw the Matrix last summer together, was it? Damn it, it's already been...
I think it was a little later than summer, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. At Kuglis. That was the first time I saw the Matrix. It took me this long in my life to see the Matrix. That's insane, but I'm glad I got to watch it. I really enjoyed the movie a lot. And then I skipped 2 and 3, and instead I watched 4 with some friends, and I don't want to spoil anything because, you know, it did come out relatively recently at the time of this recording, still pretty recent, so I'm not going to spoil anything, but it certainly wasn't as good as the first one, in my opinion. But I'm glad I got to see it, at least.
Oh, definitely. Anything but Keanu Reeves, I'd be willing to go see.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's just awesome. He's breathtaking. See what I did there?
Nah, I don't know if Keanu Reeves does that for me, but I definitely feel that way about Nicolas Cage. Because Nicolas Cage is going to be in a very meta kind of upcoming movie about being a famous actor, and I want to check that out too. Also, I recently, with the same group of friends, got to see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie that features Nicolas Cage in it.
Jesus Christ. Alright, so I think we found the guy. We're installing the malware. Alright, so I've installed the malware. Now I just have to wait for him to make his move.
Jack in, Mega Man.
Jack in, power up. You know, I actually played the GBA games for that.
Yeah. I missed out on the Battle Network stuff, but I was always really jealous of some of the other kids in class that had it. Like they would play it on their really nice SPs, and I'm like, man, I want to get this Mega Man game. I don't know why I never did. I guess as a kid you just only had so much ability to get games because it was all from your parents' money. But
Yeah.
I definitely really wanted to play Battle Network. Maybe I'll change that at some point in the future.
I mean, hell, look, nowadays we can get emulation devices and get whatever the heck we want on them.
Shh. We don't talk about that here. We don't emulate. This is all legal. This is all street legal. But actually, I was kind of wondering, has Capcom put out a Battle Network pack?
No, they have not. They have not.
No? Wow.
I think they should because the first couple were freaking amazing. After a while, it got a little bit annoying. Like, even X-Play made a joke about that because at around 2005, Adam Sessler made a joke saying, alright, and we're gonna hunt down those steely-eyed insurgents that keep greenlighting the Mega Man games. Because there were just so many of them at that point in time. Yeah, the little lady will watch from the sidelines. Give him hell. Don't get careless because my brother's with you. Worry, just stay sharp. Also, listen to what my brother tells you. Alright, whatever you say, Erica. Tell her that I told you all this. It's kind of embarrassing. Ha!
Yikes.
I knew you were there the whole time! Freaking tsundere. It's rare to see the little lady goof like that. Things are sure to get interesting with you on the team. I'm expecting great things from you, future newbie. Wait, how can you be a future newbie? Alright, so we had finally tracked down Shiga. I'll definitely catch him. And then get my account back. Oh, so it looks like our main character had his account hacked. That's why he's contacting these people.
That's interesting. I want to know how he met them, though, but...
No, I mean, it looks like we're getting some backstory. It happened a few months ago. Suddenly, I couldn't log into Eden anymore. It was an account raid, the act of a hacker. I had a net-savvy friend of mine set up a temporary account for me. But, in this day and age, your account is the same as your ID. Lose it and no one trusts you. Having a temporary avatar practically screams hacker, you see? Hackers change accounts after every crime. It's only natural they'd lose theirs if they're caught. So when I lost my account, teachers, classmates began suspecting me of hacking. And I started to hate going to school. Only my best friend, you, still believed me. Hackers took away my ability to belong. That's when I was contacted by a hacker going by the name of K. I know who seems to have raided your account. His name is Yuji Shiga. If you want your account back, you have to deal with him. Why am I telling you this?
You're doing it wrong. You gotta do the... Why am I telling you this? It's simple. You know, the voice, the scrambler.
Well, I can't do that right now, unfortunately.
I know. I was just fucking around.
I'm a guardian of Eden. I won't forgive any acts of barbarism. Damn it, barbarism. That take place here. Think of this as an act of mercy. Whether you believe me or not is entirely up to you. Oh, okay. I had no one to turn to, so I decided to believe the hacker's words. Not even you could stop me. So you're really going through with this? I think I've seen that character in the previous game. I can't agree with you going after hackers catching criminals. This K guy is a hacker himself, isn't he? If anything happens to you... Listen, I'm your best friend. If anyone knows you're not a hacker, it's me. Isn't that good enough?
It's apparently not. Keisuke's like, no. I gotta get my revenge. They hacked into my eBay account. They made me lose all of those bids. I waited months for those auctions.
Oh, so you wants to help him? Kowloon, you've heard of it, haven't you? The abandoned area of Eden that hackers call home? I read on the net that there's some sort of black market there. All sorts of hackers swapping information. Who knows, we might find some info on Chiga there. So, should we go check it out?
His facial expression.
So dumb.
It was a little bit dumb there, yeah.
Not only do you say you believe me, you're even ready to help me find Chiga in spite of the danger. Thank you for saying that, you. It means a lot to me. But I can't let a good friend get wrapped up in this. That's why I've made up my mind to go to the black market alone.
And so, I mean, I guess they'll explain it, but are we controlling an avatar in the cyberspace, or is he like literally transporting into the cyberspace?
So, my best understanding, at least in the previous game, because in the previous game you started out as a person who fell into a coma while being in cyberspace using those special goggles, I believe, and you became half digital, so you would physically transport there. My understanding is that you're using an avatar that looks exactly like you in cyberspace.
I see. Okay.
Right now, it might change.
Because I am kind of a Ghost in the Shell fan, so it definitely would have been interesting for me. I'm just like, it's just interesting. I can't help but think about it in that sense. It's like, are we actually physically here with our bodies, or is our bodies still like, this is just our soul, this is just our ghost?
She's a regular and might know something. Alright, so notice, so again, this is called the black market, so notice that there's some Digimon here in cages.
Aw, that's a shame.
And notice how Keisuke right here is just like, wait, I don't recognize these creatures, what the hell?
So he's never seen a Digimon before.
Mm-hmm. Do I know a hacker named Shiga? No, I don't know anyone with that name. If you're looking for someone, you're better off asking the sellers in the market. The market opens soon. They should be here before long. So, also, it's funny that you mentioned Ghost in the Shell. Because, again, this has some aspects of it. Well, at least the previous game did, because you didn't remember who you were and shit like that. At some point, I believe.
Gotcha. I'll be on the lookout for things to compare to Ghost in the Shell in this playthrough.
Please do. Talking to you, kid. You see anyone else around here? Guess you must think you're not hot stuff. This is your first time in the market, ain't it? Hey, I thought as much. It's like watching a country bumpkin's first trip to the big city. Holy crap, that reminds me of 2009. You must be straight out of the womb if you came here that green, you dig? Wow, I haven't heard it put like that before. We see your type around here all the time. Say, I heard a rumor of a hacker giving out Digimon captures like candy lately. Let me guess, you got a capture from that guy with absolutely no clue what it does, didn't you? Which one should we choose, Nanners?
Let's find out about Digimon.
Yes, indeed. In this universe, at least. Really? I gotta start from the beginning? You ain't making this easy on me, kid. Listen, a Digimon are digital monsters, hacking programs used by us hackers. Oh, they're hacking programs. Okay. Who knows who or what made them, but they started showing up in Eden a few years ago. Hackers catch them to use as their personal hacking tools. Rare Digimon rake in some mad dough, so a market developed for them. I hear that hackers from the old generation did their thing without Digimon. Just their own tools. Anyone who still does it the hard way these days is a real weirdo.
So basically he needs to get a Digimon.
Yep. Digimon capture, put simply, is a convenient tool to get your hands on a Digimon. If you find a Digimon program, first you scan it to acquire its analytical data. There's no limit to how many you can capture, but that alone ain't enough to use the Digimon. You have to convert the analytical data you find. Kind of like how I explained earlier. Using Convert, you manifest the Digimon program in cyberspace before you can use the Digimon. Now don't get it twisted, Digimon Capture doesn't have the conversion functionality itself. Hackers have to work out how to do it themselves. Massive teams put restrictions on how far this info spreads to prevent hackers from running wild. Well, if you can't do it, you could always join a hacker team and let them show you the ropes. Now that I've taught you all that, you're not going to leave me high. Wow, I'm really horrible at reading. Now that I've taught you all that, you're not going to leave me high and dry.
What could he be talking about here? What does he want? Money? He's trying to pawn off these poor creatures on us?
I believe so.
What a piece of crap.
So, what's your... Yeah, you were right. What's your price range? You making fun of me, kid? You can't even buy a single Digimon with that much scratch. Wait, what's going on?
They're so scared.
Ah, he's noticing how they're terrified. That? Oh, that's just scrap, not for sale. Customers haven't bought these in ages. They just take up space. So they'll be deleted.
Holy fuck.
Then again, might be just the thing for rookies. Guess I could sell one for the scratch you got. Seems like he'll sell you a Digimon. Which one do you want? Oh, we get to choose.
Dude, that sucks. That makes me think like, man.
Bug, the rock. All right, so Nanners, this is going to be your first foray into like a full-blown Digimon game. So I'm going to let you decide. Are we going to choose?
Perfect.
Are we going to choose the one with the mohawk, the bug, or the rock type?
Let's go with the bug.
All right, so we got Tentomon. You probably recognize him from the first season of the anime.
I also recognize him from looking like a beetle, which I think is pretty cool.
You're gonna like his evolutions then.
Well,
because at some point he becomes a really big golden one.
Nice.
Okay, take out your Digimon Capture. I'll take your fee from it.
He doesn't have one.
Let the other two go. Stop this kind of business. Oof.
Let the other two go. Let my people go.
All right, let's go. Let them go, you horrible person. Who do you think you are, saying that to me? You got a problem with the way I do things? Amateur hour. You're letting a little TLC by yours truly get to your head, kid. What the? You don't have a Digimon Capture on you? You're just a window shopper. How the heck am I supposed to turn a profit like this?
Not all about profit, man.
Yeah, I never said I had one in the first place. Ain't you just as cool as the other side of a... Yo, last night, that cool side of the pillow, freaking... chef's kiss. Bet you were feigning ignorance the whole time. Now, you gone and pissed me off. Think I better teach you a lesson, punk. Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Okay, we might actually have to go into battle. Came all the way without any Digimon, buddy. I'm gonna make you regret that mistake.
Wasting my time. I like the green one. The big ogre.
His name is actually Ogremon.
Oh, cool. See, I know a thing or two about Digimon. What do you know?
Oh, Ryuji. Okay, so this is one of those guys we talked with before. No matter how I look at it, all I see is an honest kid. Plan on fighting a newbie with Digimon? Boy, ain't you the popular one. Stay out of this. This punk's been mouthing off about what I do with my scrap. Scrap? Interesting. Let me take care of this. What? First you show up out of nowhere, and now this? Jeez, what is he doing? Here, Digimon capture. Take it. You can't do anything without it, after all. Time for a hacker-on-hacker fight. Oh boy. So we are going into a fight.
Okay.
Alright, Nanners, so what's going to be our decision? Oh, well, we don't get to make that decision. Our little Tentomon's going to go into battle. He's a little boy. He doesn't know what he's doing.
We've imprinted on him.
It's not fair if one side has numerical advantage. Alright, so it's going to be a team battle. Alright, so this is going to show us how to fight. Enemy and ally stats, as well as a timeline are displayed during battles. So on the right side, you'll see the pictures of the Digimon. It'll let you know who's going next. So first Ogremon, then the Cyberdramon, then Tentomon, then Devimon, and then it'll continue that way.
I like that.
So green means ally, red means enemy, blue means you.
I like that it allows you to keep track of that. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. And also, I like how the battle commands are set. Like, if you just hit X, you attack. But if you move the analog stick up, you guard, move it down, change, move it to the left, item, move it to the right skill. And then R1 is just escape and press the options for auto mode.
Gotcha.
It's actually very nice, and I prefer it that way. So, let's look at the skills. Let's use the Super Shocker technique. If the crosshairs are orange, that means it does extra damage. If it's blue, it's normal damage. And if it's red, it's less damage.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That was decent. It's not expecting all that power out of that one little bug.
Ooh.
Nice.
You also have to. There's also sort of like a rock paper scissors, sort of thing you have to keep in mind. Sort of like in Pokemon, fire beats grass, grass beats water, water beats fire. In
Gotcha.
Digimon, vaccine beats virus, virus beats data, and data beats vaccine.
Okay.
So if you see sort of like a spiky symbol next to it, it means virus. And our Tentomon is a vaccine type, I believe, so that's likely why we did extra damage.
I see. Okay. I'll have to look up for all those icons, but that's good to know. I'm sure that'll become very helpful when eventually I get a handle on this too.
All right. So let's get through this dialogue and hopefully we get to save. Merchant Comrade. My bad, Ryuji. This guy had never seen your face before. Our market has no quarrel with you or Zaxxon. Don't worry about it. I just lent this guy a hand on a whim. We're all done here, right, fella? Yeah, done like disco.
What?
I mean, disco ain't around anymore, is it?
I mean, it's true, but...
No matter who you are, there's plenty of people like that guy in Kowloon. I'm gonna look up Kowloon, because I know it's supposed to be an infamous place of, like, danger and crime and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's likely why they chose that name.
He just called him a hillbilly.
Yeah, because this guy doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so this guy's just like, I'm taking you under my wing.
I'm sorry, his smile is just ridiculous.
It's just dumb, ain't it?
It's really ridiculous.
Go on, use it. There must be some sort of connection here. Yeah, I guess I can see what you mean. Like, the facial expressions could be a little bit better. I mean, because...
Well, it's specifically on him.
Yeah.
It's like, giving me vibes of that one stop motion thing Nightmare Before Christmas for some reason. I don't know why.
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a bit of a stretch, but the facial expression is very, very, oh, what was it?
creepy?
Uncanny. Uncanny.
Uncanny, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a real pain, you know that? Yeah, this dialogue is becoming a pain. Still, can't say I dislike it either. What are you gonna say?
As a guy that's played a lot of JRPGs, I kind of had a feeling that this guy wouldn't just save us. He would actually also have a dialogue with him as well after the fight. I'm like, this is coming. I know.
So this is how he joins Zaxxon, the hacking group that Ryuji's a part of. So this might be what everybody was talking about, because Zaxxon was in the first game as well. So it's likely that we're just playing the Zaxxon side instead of being an outside hacker.
I got you.
Alright, so this will be pretty interesting. My hoodie hacker team will lend you a hand. So what's it gonna be? Oh, I don't have any other choice.
Why did you pick option 2?
There was no option 2. I didn't have any
D,
choice.
all of the above. All in, baby.
And so here I am, back in Kowloon. And then he got that jacket. You got a good amount of info. Still, the hard part is yet to come. Let's go. Shiga's just ahead.
We didn't get too much music up to this point, besides the fight, but I really like this song.
In all honesty, the music is freaking awesome. I enjoy the music. The graphics are fun. I mean, they don't have to be super crazy. And, yeah, so I remember what I was talking about, the different types. See that sort of spiky symbol on the top left of the box?
Yes.
That means virus.
It's kind of like a octa whatever-agon.
Yeah.
8-sided star.
Oh, cool. Now he's following us too, and our Tentomon, our little buddy, is right here with us. Oh, and random battle.
Ooh. You know, people don't really like random encounters. I don't know. I'm not really against it.
I'm not against it either. And besides, these are like baby level Digimon, so they'll just die in one hit.
That Digimon literally has a pacifier, so you're not even kidding.
I'm really not kidding.
Nice.
All right.
I'm digging the sound effects and presentation so far, that's for sure.
Likewise, but we are definitely over our time, everyone, and we want to thank you for putting up with our shit and actually watching.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you guys enjoyed it, smack the like button, hit the subscribe button, let us know. Would you like to be a hacker in Kowloon?
I know I would.
All right, we'll catch you next time, everyone.
We'll see you in episode 2. Bye, guys.